Girl, you girl, you girl. Is she almost? Is she almost? No, they are not yet. My most frequently asked question is, Antonio, I want to start chicken farming. I have the passion. I love this thing. I've gained the skill. But where can I get the money to start this business? Where can I get the money to venture into this business? And today, in this episode, I want to give you some of the avenues where you can easily get money. Not easily, where you can get money to start a poultry farm of your choice. My name is Antonio Innocent Mdongi. I'm your full-time poultry plug. And if you're new to our YouTube channel, guys, kindly hit the subscribe button, like and share as much as you can. You can also get to our website, www.magriculturefarms. I've also shared a link at the description of this video. Get there, get the masterclasses, and learn as much as you can and you want. We shall not be able to share everything and the details and the procedures here on this platform. But most of the work has been given all the attention because it's for you, my students. Let's go. Where can I get money to start this poultry project? I don't know in your country, but in Kenya, for me, I would go for a loan like yesterday. I'm not afraid of borrowing, by the way. I started with a loan, paid the first one, took the second one, paid it, and kept just upgrading. So the first and easiest way to get capital to start a poultry farm, if you don't have any money, is a loan. Go to a microfinance institution or a bank loan, secure a loan, and then invest into this venture. It pays. Because I'm assuming, as my follower, you've watched most of our episodes, you've gotten to our masterclasses, you've learned, and you've compiled the two, and so you are confident that given that money that you've borrowed and you invest in poultry and invest well, you'll repay it. So the easiest way to get finances of starting a poultry project is through securing a bank loan. Like, number two, savings. This one is mostly for our brothers and sisters who are abroad. They have adopted the Western culture, which really encourages saving. But here in Africa, most of us don't do much saving. And if we save, maybe you save in something like you buy land somewhere, put your money there and let it gain interest. So the other and most easiest way of getting finances to start a poultry project, if at all you are working, you can start saving. So for those who tell me that I want to quit my job to do this thing, before you quit your job, you start first by saving. Save, and watch our videos. Get to the masterclass, get the figures. I've done for you a video on how much you need to start a poultry farm. I've also shared a link here. And we're using 300 birds as our case study. I did a video on how much money you can make from 300 birds. I've also shared a link here. So watch the two videos, watch with other episodes, then combine. Then as you save with that one, with those videos in your mind, and let them act like a guide. So I'm saving, yes, I'm targeting this much. When I get to this much, then I can easily move and start now investing into this project. So you can save. So for those ones who keep telling me, I want to quit my job to poultry farming, no, you first start by saving. There's a teacher who wrote me a message, actually called me and said, I want to quit my teaching career, and I want to join the poultry farming industry. That's a good one, Mwalimu. But don't quit your teaching career first. You first save. You can even keep poultry and you're still teaching. I don't really encourage people to quit their jobs for poultry farming. You know, as long as you know exactly what to do and what is happening on the ground, you can employ someone and monitor that person as you do the other job, just combining sources of income. Well, that's out of the topic. Let's go. So number 1 is a loan. Number 2 is saving. Number 3 is partnerships. To me, partnerships, that's to me. That's to me. Don't judge. That is to me. I'm never into partnerships because partnerships, so many people have contacted me and approached me like, let's partner and do this thing. Yes, we can partner, but I'm not a fan of partnerships simply because when you are in partnerships, decision making becomes a big problem. Decision making becomes a big problem because there are some decisions you make on the farm, you're like, let me do this. It has to be done this way. But now with partnerships, you have to consult. But that is also a very good way to pull resources together, then invest into the project, it being capital intensive. So partnerships are good. They also have their advantages and disadvantages. And the advantages are, it's easy to pull together and you're also spreading the risk. You know, I'm bringing this amount, he's bringing this amount, he's bringing that amount. We have the resources together, then we invest into the whole thing. So partnerships also help much in investing. Sometimes it can be luck. I've known a couple of friends who've gotten resources through proper proposal writing, and then they get donors or they are given grants. So those ones are just sources of finances, but I don't really put much attention on them. A good source of funds is one that you go out, you play a key role, you get these finances, you know. But writing of proposals, I know so many people are good at proposal writing and they've been able to make money to invest in their different projects apart from poultry, just through proposal writing. They write proposals, they present, they defend them, then they get grants and put into this venture. Now, to me, I got two main players that I consider as main sources of income in venturing into any project apart from poultry. Number one is sale of some assets. You know, our culture, we Kenyans, we believe in this thing that you are not complete without a fraught. A fraught means a plot of land, a 50 by 100 somewhere. So sometimes when things are going low, maybe you need to get cash so fast, buy feeds in bulk, then you will dispose an asset, like a plot somewhere, like a vehicle somewhere. Actually, for me, I love selling my cars. If I want money very fast, the first thing I'll do, I'll sell my car. I'll buy another one. New cars are coming. So my chicken can't go without feed, and the car is there. So disposal of a few assets that you feel are not very much of need at that particular time. It's not like this asset is a basic need. At that one, you can dispose it, then you can venture in, you can put up that capital into your poultry project. Now, the other main source is side hustles. Some countries refer them to as side incomes. When I tell people not to quit their jobs for poultry farming unless you're doing it in large scale, 3,000 and above, even me, myself, as I'm doing poultry farming, I do maize farming. It's one of my best ventures. Like, I just do it as a hobby, you know? So to me, I consider maize farming as my employment, then poultry as my side hustle, although it's also my main thing. I love doing these things, just a hobby, you know? Keeping birds is a hobby and playing about with them. So you can also get capital or income or money to invest or start a project through side hustles or side incomes. You could be having a shop somewhere, you have a petrol station somewhere, then you are employed somewhere. So the proceeds of those three things you put together, then now you can bring them and do a project, you know. And These days, when you go back to the village, I think I encourage you so much that when you go back home, try and be a member of at least one community group. Community groups are the easiest way of getting capital. By the way, if you would wish to borrow money like you want to get a loan tomorrow without so many questions, so many guarantors and like that, just go to your community group or your welfare group and tell them, hey, I want this money, I want to do this. You will get it like yesterday. So being a member of a community group is also important. In my country, we've got cooperatives. We've got the milk, dairy farmers cooperative. I've not seen poultry farmers cooperative, not at all at this moment, but you can be practicing poultry at the same time you are doing dairy. Or you know a friend who is in a dairy, or you've been in a member of a dairy cooperative or another cooperative somewhere. So you can go to your cooperative and borrow money. And the umbrella cooperative is the Agricultural Finance Cooperative. So in my country, Kenya, you can go to AFC. Then you can secure an agricultural loan from there. Of course, you'll need a collateral. Then you can now get that capital and invest in it in the poultry. There is an episode we did, and I discussed how to start a poultry farm, and I discussed an episode saying you need money to start a farm, but more important, the type of money, not the amount of money, will determine the venture that you'll go in. So if you look at that episode, which I've shared a link in the description, then you compile with this episode, now you can get the sense. When I was saying there's some money you can have intending to invest in poultry, but that money would not work for a layer project. Now you can see the sense. You've borrowed money. The payback period is supposed to, you're given only 1 month grazing period. So you're supposed to start repaying. Here you have got these feed eating machines, which are supposed to feed for 6-7 months before you see the first egg. So will you feed them, or will you start repaying that loan? So as much as we're getting money, most of this money is borrowed. Just apart from saving, most of this money is borrowed. So as much as we want to have this money put into use or investment, we also need to be very careful with the payback period of that money and how we are going to use it in investing in poultry. This one is a source of income, but for guys who are very smart with the online world, looking for angel investors. We have got capital venture. We have got capital ventures which are just so interested in agricultural projects. And if you're lucky to get an angel investor and invest into your project, that is the fastest way to scale up. Fastest way to scale up. The other sources of income could be family and friends. You know, some of you maybe would be given some cash from family, kitties, and tell now you have your way to push up. That's good with you. And some of you would be lucky to get gifts to invest in the project. So there are a couple of ways whereby one can amass resources and then put them in the project. As my parting shot, just remember, when you get these finances to invest in poultry, your biggest concentration should be on feed. I'll tell you for free, this thing is not a walk in the park. These birds feed and feed like crazy. So for any for any money you get intending to start up this project, you start by budgeting for the feed. When you're done with the feed, like I'm done with the feed, then now you go for anything else. Even let the structure come after the feed, and buying the day olds come after the feeds. Who loves you like agriculture?